Excellencies, as we approach 3 years since the Russian Federation's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, progress towards a peaceful resolution remains elusive as we witness a dangerous escalation of hostilities. September, in fact, marked the highest number of civilian casualties since July 2022. This is confirmed in the latest report by the office that we issued for the period from 1 September to 30 November of last year, which documents continued and increasing gross violations of international human rights law and serious violations of international humanitarian law, including possible war crimes. During the period covered by the report, Russian armed forces intensified their operations to capture further territory in eastern Ukraine, with a severe impact on civilians in frontline areas, particularly in the Donetsk, Kherson, and Zaporizhzhia regions. Relentless attacks with aerial glide bombs, long-range missiles, and drones contributed to the killing of some 574 civilians, an increase of 30% over the previous year. Russian bombardment damaged civilian infrastructure and water, heating, and transportation services, including 4 major attacks on Ukraine's energy infrastructure since mid-November. Since February 2022, this conflict has killed more than 12,300 civilians, including over 650 children, injuring more than 27,800. Over 700 medical facilities and 1,500 schools and colleges have also been damaged or destroyed. I am deeply concerned by a significant increase in credible allegations of executions of Ukrainian military personnel captured by Russian armed forces. Summary executions constitute a war crime. The office has recorded 62 such executions in 19 separate incidents during the reporting period, and we have verified 5 of these incidents. Accountability for all of these killings is essential, and instead there is almost total impunity. Ukrainian prisoners of war, both men and women, described widespread and systematic torture and ill treatment, including severe beatings, electric shocks, strangulation, and prolonged solitary confinement. Most reported being subjected to sexual violence, including rape and forced nudity. Russian prisoners of war held by Ukraine told our staff they had been subjected to torture and ill treatment, from severe beatings to sexual violence and dog attacks, mostly in places of transit before reaching official places of internment. I call on the Russian authorities to halt the summary executions of Ukrainian prisoners of war, to condemn such acts, and to prosecute those responsible. I urge those in authority on both sides to take immediate steps to end the use of torture against prisoners of war and to prosecute those responsible. I urge the Russian Federation also to meet its obligations under international humanitarian and human rights law in the territory of Ukraine that it occupies. And I urge the entire international community to act to ensure respect for all their obligations under international human rights and humanitarian law.